Today on Buckeye TV, a recap of the Winter Olympics and Valentine's Day, off-campus housing for students, and students' workload.
We'll also get a look into the current job market, the life of an RA, plans for spring break, and more about sports. All you need to know and more coming up on Buckeye TV.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Buckeye TV. My name is Faith Nealon.
And I'm Victoria Krulig. Today we'll take a look at the Winter Olympics, spring break plans, and the current job market.
We'll also hear students' thoughts on pickleball, the Buckeye bucket list, and look back on Valentine's Day and football season, coming up on Buckeye TV.
The Winter Olympics have come to an end, and Ohio State students are sharing their thoughts on the global sporting event. Buckeye TV reporter Mateo De Leon has the story.
While the world's best athletes are competing for gold on the ice and snow, students here on campus are juggling classes, exams, and their own Olympic-level schedules. But are they tuning into the Winter Games? What's been your favorite Olympic sport to watch so far?
Honestly, probably just hockey. Honestly, like hockey's pretty nice sport.
Honestly, I'm gonna say curling. I really like curling. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I really like the speed skating, especially when there's like the 5 women going and they're all like cutting each other off and they need to restart over and over. That's been a lot of fun.
I was watching curling the other day and I was getting into it. It was actually pretty cool.
The Olympics have not just been a source of entertainment of Ohio State students, but people across the country, with an average viewership of 23.9 million viewers and 8.9 million viewers for the men's hockey gold medal game in particular. Several students said the Winter Olympics do more than just entertain. They also spark a sense of national pride.
How does seeing the Team USA compete influence your sense of national pride, if at all?
Yeah, love gathering around the boys for USA. I think it's fun to be able to root together with people that aren't necessarily maybe the same fans as you for other sports, but with the USA, it kind of comes together. And
most students said they've been watching with their families or in their dorms with friends when not in class or doing schoolwork. Many also mentioned places like Woody's Tavern and the Ohio Union as a great spot to gather with friends to watch sporting events like the Olympics with their multi-TV setup.
From diehard fans to casual viewers, the Winter Olympics has given OSU students something to cheer about and have conversations about around campus. From Buckeye TV, I'm Mateo De Leon.
Off-campus housing is a major part of student life at Ohio State, and with rising demand, students are getting more specific about what they want. Allie reports from campus with what students say matters most.
Just on Ohio State's campus, thousands of students are searching for places to live, and the options can look very different depending on where you go. Upperclassmen live in houses on side streets, as well as newer high-rise apartment complexes on High Street and Lane Avenue. With rent prices climbing and availability tightening, they're thinking more carefully about what they need in a home, whether that's safety, space, or simply staying within budget.
Yeah, I live in a house on North. I really like it because I'm close to the business school and I'm in Fisher. It's a good location, really quick walk to campus, and I like it because I live with 5 other people and it just feels really homey and like comfortable.
I chose to live in the Rambler just because it was new and upcoming, and like I saw a lot of things on social media. There seemed to be like a lot of good amenities, like there's a gym and pools and like a sauna, but most importantly I think with my parents, they value my safety a lot.
We do live kind of close to High Street, so the only problem is just the crowded areas during the night and the nightlife, although we haven't really faced anything dangerous or any scares as such because we do have safety precautions like door stoppers and things like that.
Students prioritize different things when looking for a place to live, such as routine and comfort, as well as choosing between a house or apartment. However, rent is also one of the most important factors to consider when choosing a home.
Rent in general is really high. Like with my family, like I pay some of my rent. We just kind of figured like you get a lot of bang for your buck, I think, here.
For Ohio State students, off-campus housing is so much more than just a place to sleep. It shapes their routines and overall college experience. And with so many options, students are weighing what matters most. price, or convenience. On campus, I'm Allie Lynch, reporting for BuckeyeTV.
While there may be some available housing off campus, it seems the dorms are dropping like flies. Instead of a welcome back to its residents, Taylor Tower banished them, with a pipe burst causing flooding on multiple floors. Students were given the option to relocate or terminate their housing contracts at no cost. This is the second dorm in as many years to be closed by the university, following mold growth and the discovery of mushrooms growing from the walls of Lawrence Tower in 2025. While housing uncertainty adds to campus concerns, some students say pressure isn't just coming from where they live, but from how much they are expected to handle. With heavy course loads and packed schedules, some say the pressure isn't always openly discussed. Buckeye TV reporter Victoria Krulig takes a closer look.
College students often talk about being busy, but not always about how that workload is affecting them. While heavy course load and packed schedules are common, some students say the pressure isn't always openly discussed.
Students say one reason stress goes unspoken is because of comparison between peers.
I feel like students don't talk about it a lot because if they're talking about it to their friends, they don't want their friends to be like, oh, well, you don't have as much as I do. Like, it's all about the comparison to each other. I think that's the reason why people don't talk about it a lot.
For some students, that pressure can feel even heavier when their workload is dismissed or underestimated.
I think especially for like my major, people just assume that it's always super easy, but like there are times where it's really stressful and maybe that's not like considered valid to people who have STEM majors or things that are, harder, but I can't say that I'm stressed or that I'm worried about something because people would just be like, you're a comms major, but like I can still be stressed out and have a lot to do too.
Beyond perception, students say the workload itself can lead to burnout, especially when balancing academics with social life and extracurriculars.
I have a Spanish minor and that's caused me the most burnout because I was just like, it's a lot of credit hours, a lot of work, more than I expected, and there's been a lot of times I've really wanted to just be done with it. It's hard to make the decisions of like, oh, well, I should study or I should do this assignment, but I have all these things I want to do with my friends or even like clubs and stuff. That's definitely the hardest balance.
And some students say that addressing that pressure should start with creating more open conversations on campus.
I think that the university could definitely provide more resources just so like it could get everyone talking about it a little bit more. That could break some stereotypes up.
While many students continue to balance demanding schedules, some say the bigger challenge isn't just the workload itself. For some students, it's about the pressure to keep up without falling behind. This is Victoria Krulig reporting live from Buckeye TV.
Coming up on Buckeye TV, a look into the job market and professional resources on campus.
And we'll hear from an RA about daily life and how students plan to spend spring break after a short break of our own.
I want to throw up. It was gross.
What was gross?
Ox beef.
Check Please, the show where we go undercover to Ohio-based restaurants and see if they are really worth the hype.
I got a $10 gift card because my food got sold.
Stay tuned to see the customer service, food, and so much more.
Yeah, this is kind of disappointing since this place is kind of known for its wings and the main thing you get here is wings. So the fact that their wings aren't really that great, it kind of suck.
But whatever that secret sauce is, it should be called gross sauce.
Okay, well, how do you feel now?
I want to throw up.
All this on Check Please.
As graduation approaches, many college students are already thinking about what comes next. The job market remains top of mind on college campuses as students of all ages are navigating internships and professional networks. We spoke with both freshmen entering the job market as underclassmen and seniors on preparing to graduate and step into the workforce.
This is Erin with Buckeye TV. As spring graduation approaches and the job market starts heating up, let's hear how students are navigating it.
Marissa DiFabrizio, a freshman from Ohio State, explains her experience and worries with the job market as an underclassman.
I think depending on the major, for me, special education I think will be easier, but more technology jobs are gonna be harder.
She then goes in to explain her thoughts on AI.
For me, especially as a teacher, like I'll be fine, but I think other majors might suffer.
Looking at an upperclassman's perspective, Rahul Patel explains his worries about the job market and how important internship experience are when searching for a job post-graduation.
It's been difficult. I've had a couple interviews recently, but I haven't been able to make it past the second and third rounds because I guess they're really searching for like the top tier candidates, and with all the new technology and AI and stuff, I feel like in my field especially, it's difficult. It's changed a lot, but I know a lot of people are talking about how AI is going to replace jobs and stuff, but if anything, it's a tool that you use. It will help you. If you know how to use AI, then you will succeed in the job market.
Now, looking at a STEM major at Ohio State, freshman Mia Priola explains her opinions on the difficulty for when she has to start looking for jobs after graduation.
I think it depends on like your major and stuff, but I feel like more people are going to college now, so it could make it more difficult. I guess we'll see.
As graduating comes closer and students get older, navigating the job market can become difficult. For many, finding a new job can become unclear, but adaptability and a strong support system makes all the difference. This is Erin from BuckeyeTV.
Whether you're entering the job market yourself or only arrived on campus last semester, Ohio State offers numerous resources geared towards professional development. Numerous colleges have their own career success departments, such as the Center for Success, Career and Professional Success in Arts and Sciences, offering resume workshops, mock interviews, and elevator pitches to get yourself ready for that interview coming up. Buckeyes don't get cut off from their resources after graduation, as the OSU Alumni Association offers networking support to past students.
Back at which location students said were the best date spots here at OSU with Melissa Melwy.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and there are so many spots at OSU that people can celebrate with their date or their friends. Today, we're going around campus and asking students what are the best date spots for Valentine's Day here at OSU.
Yeah, I feel like somewhere that'd be really romantic is that one like table chair area that overlooks Mirror Lake, especially when it's all lit up around this time of year. It's really pretty and it just has good atmosphere. Honestly, I feel like just grabbing dinner and just meeting up there would be really nice, or just doing like a small like little craft or something.
Although restaurants and food areas were very popular picks, some students even suggested campus study areas for people that want to celebrate Valentine's Day in a more calmer and quieter way.
If you're both like academic weapons, like go to Thompson. I think it's very academia, like cutie vibes, I don't know. And like you can just study together in like a cute little spot, like yeah. If you just want to like go to dinner, there's not that many places on campus, but you could go to Sloopy's Diner at the Union.
You can use your meal swipes or dining dollars, but it's still like a real restaurant feel, which you don't get with any of the other campus spots. So it would be great as a date or just with your group of friends. I think just meeting like after class or in the morning for a brunch and just being able to sit and have a nice meal together in a cute environment is like great for conversation and hanging out with the people you care about.
Next time you have a date or want to spend Valentine's Day with your friends, these are some good date spots at OSU to keep in mind of. I'm Melissa Malui with BuckeyeTV.
For Ohio State students, spring break is right around the corner, starting on March 16th. What do students have planned for a week with no classes? Reporter Shay Suley brings you the story.
Today we asked Ohio State students what their plans are for spring break. Here's what we found out.
One student said he plans to stay on campus for spring break.
Do my homework, pass my class, and have a good time here for my first year at OSU. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing more ping pong throughout this nice weather. Sounds very nice.
Another student said he was part of an abroad program going to Germany.
Break, I'll be doing a study abroad program technically it's in the College of Engineering, but it's called International Perspectives on Aviation. And so it's basically we toured throughout Germany for like about a week, going to various like aviation related sites.
And of course, it wouldn't be spring break without a student visiting Florida.
Indian Shores, Florida.
Yeah.
My parents. Usually my brother, but he's like busy. So I think it's just my parents and I this year.
And there you have it. I'm Shay Suley with BuckeyeTV, signing off.
One of the more important job commitments students have on campus is being a resident advisor. For our next story, we'll hear from some resident advisors about what exactly their role is like on campus.
Have you ever wondered about becoming an RA or wondered what being an RA is like?
Today, we'll talk to resident advisors on campus and learn about their experiences with the position. How long have you been an RA, and why did you initially decide to become one?
So I'm a senior. I've been doing this for 3 years, so I got hired my sophomore year as an RA. My 3 years I've been in Dracut. One of the biggest reasons was because I got an offer to come back to Dracut, which was my first year dorm. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted to become an RA is because of career reasons. I'm going to the Air Force right after graduating, so it's kind of like being able to work on my leadership skills, being able to work with people as somebody who used to be very introverted.
I actually became an RA just this semester. I was a mid-year hire. I decided to be an RA because it's a great way to pay for half of your tuition, and I wanted to be able to connect with the community better.
What's one thing you wish you knew before becoming an RA?
Just the admin work.
The admin work?
Yeah, I did not expect there to be so much paperwork and forms we had to do, and like, for example, even like the simplest, if you see like a glass shard in the hallway, you have to fill out like a 30-minute form. It's a big pain in the butt sometimes.
Overall, it's been a great position. I think I wish I knew how to better like foster a community, just how to like connect and like throw events, because like my first event was a little bit rocky getting started. Maybe should show up a little bit early for it, that type of thing.
To someone considering becoming an RA in the future, what are some traits and behaviors that you think would be good or bad for the job?
You definitely need to be sociable. You definitely need to be able to talk to people in difficult situations and try and be like neutral and like helpful towards people.
So a good trait is always being open-minded, in the sense that yes, there are rules, but at the same time, there are certain things that you have to be cognizant of. Like, for example, if you see people with alcohol, a lot of times people are scared to report that. Oftentimes, if you're more open with them, say, hey, we're not here to report you, we're not here to get you in trouble, there's more chance that people are going to be open with you. If you have an environment that you really are open to, instead of just being like that authoritative role, people are more open to follow the rules that you enforce. So I guess it's kind of like a back and forth thing.
Whether you're joining the Air Force or you just need some extra help paying for college, being an RA is a great option for Ohio State students. I'm Zach, reporting for Buckeye TV.
Coming up, more information on football walk-on tryouts, a deeper dive into which is better, college football or the NFL.
And the story of pickleball classes on campus and some information on the Buckeye bucket list. Stay tuned to Buckeye TV.
Welcome to Buckeye Blitz, Inside the Action, where we take you behind the scenes of sports production at Ohio State University. Here at OSU, we're not just capturing the game, we're creating an experience. From prepping scripts to coordinating live shots, every moment is a team effort. But it's not all work and no play. Behind every great production is a team that knows how to have fun while learning. Join us as we dive into the world of sports production at Ohio State University, where passion meets creativity and every game is a chance to shine.
We all know Ohio State football is one of the best programs in the country, but did you know the Ohio State club team is winning championships too? With walk-on tryouts approaching, Casey's got the story on their success.
Hello, this is Casey here with Buckeye TV. As Ohio State football prepares to host their walk-on tryouts, I'm here to figure out what the relationship is like between the club football team and Ohio State's D1 program.
The last two guys who have walked on from our program, Zach Hayes and Glorian Goff, those guys came in as freshmen hoping to walk on right away, and there wasn't space for them. But they decided, they were going to bet on themselves, go to Ohio State anyway, and then, hopefully if they worked really hard, they would get an opportunity, and that's how it worked out.
Well, I'm just the coordinator in terms of getting everybody the information for the tryouts. I assist with finding walk-ons in the portal, whether it be just kind of them on Twitter or the actual portal itself, connecting with those guys and seeing what their interest in Ohio State is.
As Ohio State football plans to host tryouts on February 24th, let's hear from club player Josh Clements.
My personal goal with joining the team was to walk on to the Ohio State team. So when we had our meetings in the past with the OSU team, they let Coach Grega speak, and he was telling us about the club football team. So when I tried out twice, I haven't made it either time, but he would always speak at the end, and it kind of convinced me to play because I really love the sport and I wanted to get an opportunity to play.
Coach Grega is doing what he can to help his players reach their goals, whether that means walking on to Ohio State or competing for national championships.
And I I had a vision for what the program could and should be, which is a Division III comparable program. Obviously, we don't have our own facilities, we don't have the funding, but the competition level and the talent of the players is very comparable to NCAA football, albeit at a smaller level.
As Grego prepares his players, let's hear what Coach Murph is looking for in a walk-on.
They have to have great grades, and they have to be available and really love football.
We're wishing the best of luck to the club football team. Tryouts are this Tuesday. We'll see how it goes.
College football and the National Football League are both entertaining in their own ways. However, the question of which league is better is still up for debate, featuring different student perspectives of whether they prefer college or professional football. Here's Marissa with the story.
Football culture runs deep here at OSU, but how does the passion for college football compare to that of the NFL? I talked to students to see where their loyalty stands in the sport.
Football is a sport that brings people together. College and professional football both offer a unique experience for students here on campus.
I prefer college football over the NFL because I think it's a much better student environment here, especially with people your own age.
I personally have just found more experience and enjoyability with the NFL. I just think there's more of a full, true environment there, and I guess obviously just the players being better.
I was never big into football before coming here. I'm from Pittsburgh, so I always grew up watching the Steelers, stuff like that, but never really went to the games a lot and stuff like that. We have a big football culture there in the city, but it's obviously much bigger here at OSU.
I feel like the inconsistency in college football is also something that I have trouble following as much because you're having a team like Ohio State beating these other teams by 30 plus, 40 plus. In the NFL, you're not getting that as much, and so I find more value in watching the NFL to that.
It's a great community here on campus, especially somewhere like Ohio State where everybody gets into football and is so amazing, like, ready for the games.
Whether students are cheering on the Buckeyes on Saturday or their favorite professional team on Sunday, one thing remains certain: football culture keeps community together. Reporting for BuckeyeTV, I'm Marissa Yang.
Whether you watch college football, the NFL, or neither, Ohio State continues to produce quality NFL recruits. Here's a look into some Buckeyes who just ended their first pro season. Emeka Egbuka was a first-round pick for the Buccaneers, who totaled 6 touchdowns. Despite this, Egbuka was surpassed by running back Travion Henderson, who scored 10 touchdowns across his 1,132 yards. The Steelers stole Will Howard from us, who has yet to make his debut due to injury, alongside Jack Sawyer, who found himself playing in all 15 regular season games.
Move over to traditional sports. There's a new heavy hitter on campus that has students lining up for a spot on the court. BuckeyeTV reporter Faith Nealon tells us a little more about what the pickleball environment looks like here at Ohio State.
The average Buckeye carries a load of 15 credit hours per semester, along with a part-time job and the heavy weight of a 60,000 person campus. What is the best way to deal with burnout? I would say maybe join the Intro to Pickleball class here at the RPAC. Today we dive into a Buckeye's day in the life in this class and see if it's all about mobilizing and not just memorizing. Demand for pickleball has reached an all-time high. To keep up with student interest, the department expanded the curriculum from 2 classes to 4 this year, despite increasing the seat limit from 20 to 36 students per class.
I think one is that they will continue to play after. 2 is they'll meet different people from different parts of the world. Also, they'll develop a skill set that can continue right through life, because the game is very simple. You know, unlike tennis where there's a lot of ground to cover, and it's really easy to pick up from the beginning.
Every section remains at maximum capacity with an active waiting list.
I came into this class only knowing one person, and the more you play and play against people, it's a great way to meet new people and just kind of build new bonds, honestly.
Beyond the workout, students are flocking to the courts to connect, proving that the game's social atmosphere is just as big a draw as the sport itself.
Yeah, so I think it does it. You know, it's about how do you get back up? How coachable are you? What's your work ethic like? You know, sport is a metaphor for life.
What starts as a one-credit course ends right here. On a campus filled with 60,000 students, a Buckeye is able to find their breathing room here at Intro to Pickleball course on campus at the RPAC. This class allows students to deal with stress, fatigue, and burnout towards the end of the semester. Because let's be honest, when you give a Buckeye a paddle, it doesn't just leave when the semester ends, it grows within a community. For Buckeye TV, I'm Faith Nealon.
Second semester is flying by, and students are making sure they don't leave campus with any regrets. Buckeye TV reporter Izzy Scario brings us the Ohio State bucket list.
From freshmen to future alumni, every Buckeye has one, a mental list of must-do traditions and favorite spots. Before the school year wraps up, students are squeezing in the moments that define their time here. I'm here on campus asking students what's on their Ohio State bucket list.
So one thing that I want to do before I graduate Ohio State is definitely make sure next football season I go to all the home games, because I really do enjoy going, but sometimes I get lazy and don't want to go, so I really want to make sure I hit all the home games.
Ohio State's culture is all about sports. There's multiple ways to try new things.
Me and my friends, we went to the RPAC and we swam in the pool, which was really fun, and I feel like there's a lot of free fun activities that you can do around campus, like pickleball and just a lot of sports and fun activities.
For many, the classics never get old. There are campus traditions that are non-negotiable. Some of these favorites include walking around Mirror Lake, sitting in the Oval on a sunny day, attending the game at home, but food is always a fan favorite.
Some of my favorite campus spots is probably Oxley's by the Numbers. I get a breakfast sandwich there that I really enjoy.
Other must-dos go beyond campus, and exploring Columbus neighborhoods, finding hidden coffee shops, or trying late-night food spots are always favorites.
Shore North has a lot of fun places to go to eat and to hang out with friends and do things outside of campus. There's one place called Astra that we really want to go to. It's a rooftop restaurant.
Even if it's something new, students know it's key to appreciate these moments with your classmates.
We got the most out of our experience doing intramurals. We did sand volleyball with a bunch of our friends, which was really fun, and even though we weren't really good at it, it was a nice thing to do once a week, and we could all get together and just go on campus and have fun.
Every Buckeyes list looks a little different, but students agree it's not about doing everything, it's about doing what matters most. So whether you're a freshman or weeks away from graduation, there's still time to add these ideas to your list. For Buckeye TV, I'm Izzy Scario.
And that's all for our broadcast today, and we'll see you in the next one. I am Faith Nealon.
And I'm Victoria Krulig. Thanks for tuning in to Buckeye TV, and have a wonderful day.